I'm Keaton Ellis. I'm making this video as the first in a 3-part series of cubing Twitch tips, or how to improve your stream to attract more viewers, get a better setup, and make it more fun for yourself. That's not an official title, I just sort of, wanted to describe it. This first video is going to be entitled Set Up Your Setup. Part 2 will be Know Your Niche, and Part 3 will be Consistent. Each one of these is designed to help a specific aspect of your stream improve, to make viewers enjoy watching it, and to make the experience better for everyone. The first video can be summed up in 3 specific points. Number 1, see the cube. Number 2, see the time. And number 3, see your face. In that order. Number 1, see the cube. We're going to see in action right here. I want to show you a clip of a cuber that is streaming on Twitch. He has, a seemingly nice camera angle. You can see the cube pretty well. But here's the problem. It's tiny. It's very small. In Twitch cubing, the number one thing that should be seen is the cube. You can have the best personality, but when you're solving, you're not going to be talking on stream. You can have the fastest times, but if the cube is this small, it doesn't matter whether or not your times are fast. I can't see what you're doing. So this is an example where the timer was the main focus on the screen, not the cube. And that's a problem because the cube is the most important thing. Number one thing that should be on your stream. I'm going to show you an example now of how the cube can be focused in a way that also shows the times. DG Cubes does a really good example of this. And here's a clip from just one of his one-handed solves that he did. It happened to be a really good one. Where I'm even going to pause it. We don't even need to watch the video. There are a couple of really important things going on. Number 1, most of the video is a camera of his cube and his solving station. This is the most important thing on a cubing stream. Get a good angle. See the cube. See the solving station. The secondary thing is see the time. In his case, you can't really see his time on his stack mat, but you can see all the times that he's historically gotten. As soon as he gets the time, he's very excited and he says something about it, but he'll eventually type it in and you'll be able to see it right here. I mean, he's talking about it, which is why he's not going to be able to he's not putting the time in immediately. But you see his history of times. You see his averages. You see the scramble. This is all very important information about the solve. That, the solve is the most important thing, but you need this extra information to inform viewers about what's going on. Another great way to do it is Stanley Chappell. His is really nice. In his case, not only does he have his cube and his face on camera, he's also got his timer in the background that you can see on his monitor. This is a great low-tech way to be able to show your time, especially if you have a webcam that can be moved around instead of one that's on your laptop computer. The final way that I wanted to show you was a video of mine, actually. So I, on Streamlabs, filter out the background of my CS timer, and I can then take the different elements and sort of place them anywhere on the screen. So in this case, the timer is filtered out and is put up in this top left corner, top right corner, where there's a little bit of dead space on the screen. You see my solving station, but there's a little bit of dead space here with the desk and the wall, and so I make best use of that by putting the timer there. This helps you be very flexible in this and lets you move the elements around appropriately. However, not everyone has this type of setup. So what can you do if you just have a webcam, you're using a laptop? Let me show you. Let me take CS timer here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to enlarge my face so that this is not perfect. But now what you see is mostly my camera on top of the CS timer display. So I still have the scramble up top. I still have the times on the side. There's nothing super fancy going on here. I literally just took myself and put myself on top of CS timer. But what I can do in this situation is I move my camera down, and then bam, immediately I've got a camera that showcases my solve. And it's this type of webcam solve angle. So it's not going to be super great compared to an over-the-shoulder camera angle. But this is a very lo-fi tech setup that lets you get started with streaming almost immediately. So I'm going to move back up to here so you guys can see my face again. And what I'm going to do is also show you guys a way to do this with pretty basic equipment out, in your house, if you do have the luxury of a second webcam. So this one right here, this is a cheap $50 Logitech webcam that I purchased 2 years ago now. Not sponsored by Logitech, by the way. That's not an ad. But let me show you two very basic ways to put them up. Put a camera up if you have a webcam that you can move around. One of the best ways, in my opinion, if you don't have a tripod, obviously if you have a tripod, use it. But music stands are great. This is an old music stand that I had from school. And what I can do is I can take this setup and I can clip this webcam to the music stand like that. I clip it, and now I've immediately got a really nice over-the-shoulder camera angle that I can move around with the different music stand adjustments. If you're not a musician, if you never did this kind of stuff, if you don't own one of these, there are other ways to do it. The original setup that I used actually was not the music stand. Thanks, Phil Yu, by the way, for giving me the inspiration for that. But was rather this. This is a bar stool with a box of Legos on top of it. These are like the Lego Duplo from when you were a child. And then a Lego stand that I made in high school that I used to put a webcam on. This is a very basic setup. You can experiment with different things around your house, preferably something a little bit heavier, so tissue boxes aren't the best idea, but board game boxes should be a little bit better. It's a basic setup. It lets you get this over the camera angle. It's not going to be perfect, so in my case, immediately plopping it on looks like this, but I can, bring it down and I get this fine setup right here. But this is a good way to be able to get that over the camera angle. And these are two very basic ways to get these camera angles necessary to get yourself started streaming pretty quickly. Finally, the last thing that I wanted to talk about today was see your face. Your face is very important. It displays a lot of your emotion and brings personability to the stream. You're not just seeing someone's chest, and you're not just seeing someone's, times. You get to see them as well, and you get that really important interactivity that you only get with this sort of face-to-face contact with people. However, again, just like your times, your face should not be the most important thing on your stream. If we go back to my stream setup right here, you can see very easily that my main focus is the cube and this face, solve station setup. You've got my face in the top left corner, and then you've got the times right below me. So a majority of the information on the screen is the stuff I want to watch. Cube solving. That's why I'm here on Twitch watching Rubik's Cubes. The rest of the information is here to make sure that you understand what's going on. You know who I am. I'm Keaton Ellis. You get to see me. You get to see my face movements. But when I'm solving, I go like this. I solve. You don't get to see my face the entire time, so it shouldn't be the main focus. Just like that, you shouldn't have the times be the main focus as well. Make the cube the main focus, then the times, then your face. The rest of the content on stream is completely up to you. I like to have my lower third here. I like to put my sub goals down here. But there are tons of other people that have very fancy or different setups depending on what type of person they are. Two of the cubers that I think do good setups are Lace Solves, and this is an ad, so I will be right back. Another one is Taslin. Taslin is a cuber that mostly focuses on community types of events, and you can see in this clip right here, I'm just going to pause it. SpeedQB, thank you for posting this. I can't find videos of Taslin on Twitch. It's not loading for some reason. But this is pretty basic right here. He's got a Discord call down at the bottom where you can see people's faces. You can see their cubes. And it's harder when you have so many people, but the main emphasis of his stream is the racing part, so he's got this very pertinent as well. And there's a bunch of other stuff on the side that you can see. There's stuff related to the event that he's hosting, but people, timer, cubes. Lace is another good one of these. She's a seemingly relatively new Twitch solver, Twitch cuber, who has a pretty fancy setup. There are parts of this setup that I sort of don't completely agree with. And for instance, I'd like to see this be larger, but again, this is her stream, and she fills that space nicely with sponsors, social media images, and then other things that people in chat like to see. Statistics about who's subscribing, who's following, and who's cheering. So she's got a different setup, but it also rocks pretty well. And you don't need to have this very basic sort of setup that people like Stanley and DG and I use. Anyway, that's this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this information is useful, and I hope to see you guys solving on Twitch. I think Twitch solving is really, really good and a smart move for the community to trend towards. Cubing is a lot about just seeing solves and hanging out with people. And I think Twitch is a great way to do both of those things in the live environment, unlike YouTube, which tends to be sort of mostly video content focused. That said, thank you for watching this 11-minute video. I haven't made a video like this in a long time. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys solving on Twitch. I frequent Twitch cubing a lot, even when I'm not streaming myself. So if I do see you on there, I'll drop in and say hi. And I'm really excited to see you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.